What's up, guys? It's Mike Ferrante here, back at you with another video. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to set up a fully working backend database in 5 to 10 minutes while writing 0 lines of code. So this is so powerful because one of the main objections I see with entrepreneurs and SaaS builders nowadays is that it takes too long to configure a database. It's complicated. They just don't understand the code. But with these new tools and this new tool specifically Lovable that has this new Supabase integration, it is so easy and all you have to do is tell it what you want and it will do it for you. So we're going to get right into it. You're going to go to your Supabase dashboard and you're going to create a new project. This project is for me going to be called UYT demo. We're going to generate a password, and for the region, we're going to select North Virginia because that's closest to me. Create project. So the project is going to begin the creation now and it's initializing. So while that happens, we could go into Lovable and we could feed it this prompt. So I'm basically saying to create a skeleton sort of page and structure that allows users to sign up, sign in, sign out, and delete their accounts. I just told it what I want for each page. This is very simple and straightforward. I want a landing page. I want a auth page that allows users to sign in, and then I want a dashboard page. So we're gonna put this in, and it's spinning up a preview. It's gonna ask me to connect Supabase, which is normal. And I'll be back when this is done. I'm back. The project is set up. As we can see here, we can connect, and that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna connect to the Supabase database that we set up, the YT demo. It's connecting. We haven't created any tables, so please create the profiles table and allow users to view their own profile and to create their own profile. So what this is going to do is it's going to create a profiles table. As you can see, there is no table right now, but in a second there will be. And the certain aspects of this that will work for the users is they'll be able to view their name and their email, and they'll be able to create their profile, which obviously we need. The reason we have to set these in place is because we do not want users to be able to modify or view other people's data because that is going to end in a lawsuit, and I don't have the money to pay that, and hopefully you don't want to pay that as well. So the table was created. If I refresh. Yep. So the table was created, and as you can see, there's two auth policies. Users can update their own profile, users can view their own profile. And this was from a basic little prompt that I sent. So it just shows the power of this tool and how cool it actually is. So this is our landing page. We're going to test this out, and there may be errors, but errors are good. So dashboard, page not found. Okay. Get started, page not found. So it hasn't set up in auth, and it's asking us, would you like to proceed with implementing auth? Please create a simple sign in, sign up form that when successful will bring users to the slash dashboard page where they can view their info, name plus email, put this in parentheses, and they can either log out or delete account. So I'm going to send this, and when I do this, I'm just going to do something real quick. So when we're testing, we want it to be as quick and efficient as possible. And with these two things checked on, confirm email and secure email exchange, it basically is sending an email to the user every time we create an account. And in this case, in testing, we don't want to do this. But obviously, when you deploy your app, you're going to want these two on. So just turn these off for testing now, but make a note somewhere to remember to turn them back on when we actually do deploy our application. So Successful. And I just like to refresh this one more time because sometimes it doesn't save. And yes, it's saved. So Lovable is now creating these two pages. So it's creating the auth page and the dashboard page. And then we'll really be able to test and see if all of this stuff is working correctly. So just give it a second. I'm going to pause once again and come back when it's done. So I'm back and I'm just going to click on this because it's telling me to disable email verification. And sometimes it doesn't work on the back end because Lovable doesn't understand some certain things. So I'm just going to click this. We go into email and yes, it is confirmed off. So we can X out of this. Now let's see. So when we go to the dashboard now, we're redirected to auth. Perfect. And when we click on get started, we should be brought here. Perfect. So we're going to create an account. We're going to put in our email as test123@gmail.com and our password as basketball because who doesn't like basketball? Sign up. So after this is done loading, we should be brought to the dashboard page. I don't know why this is buffering, and this shouldn't be the case. So let me sign in now. Okay, so this was just messed up a little bit. I need to actually add a note in. When users sign up successfully, they should be automatically brought to the dashboard. That just takes out a step, but it's still working. So I'm going to show you. We go into our authenticated users table on Supabase. This email is authenticated. Now we go into our profiles table. The user's added in. Perfect. Our user is being tracked and stored in our database. Perfect. So if we log out now, okay, if we log out, we're logged out. Perfect. And now we try to go to the dashboard. We're not authenticated, so we can't access it. Perfect. I try to go straight to the dashboard. Same thing. We're not authenticated. Perfect. So we're going to sign back in. And now we're going to test this delete account functionality. So ideally, what should happen is we should click delete our account. And after that, we should be deleted from both the authenticated users table and the profiles table. So I'm going to click delete. Account deleted. Your account has been successfully deleted. So let's check this now. We're going to refresh. It wasn't deleted from this table. So that's interesting. We need to set that up. So as you could see with this flow like not working, if we go back into here and we put in our email, it's going to allow us to sign in because our account wasn't actually deleted. So I'm going to say two issues. Number one, when users sign up successfully, they should be automatically brought to the dashboard. And two, the delete account is taking us back to the landing page, which is good, but it's not deleting the account in both tables, auth users and public profiles. Please make it so the account is deleted from the backend when that button is pressed. So we ran into a little error. The delete account button was working to an extent, but the users were still being stored in the database. So hopefully, both of these issues could be fixed, and I could show you the full functionality in a second. So we're going to wait until this fixes and gives us our result, and I'll be back. I'm back. So the changes that were made were now if we create an account, we're going to be brought straight to the dashboard and we're going to test this out. And we created an edge function. So when users click delete account, it will properly delete their account. So let's test out the first thing first. So we're not signed in. I'm going to create a new account. I'm going to say test12 this time at gmail.com and then basketball as the password. And it should bring us straight to the dashboard. Okay, it did. And as you can see, it's dynamically rendering the email. And let's check in the database. Okay, test1.2 has been created in this table, and test1.2 is authenticated. So that's working well. So now let's try to delete the account. We're getting an error. So this is good, and we're going to use the try to fix functionality within Lovable. So it's going to read the logs and it's going to try to fix the error. So I'm going to say try to fix. Um, we're going to see what their solution is. I think I know what it is, but we're going to let Lovable figure this out for itself. So right now, sign in is working, sign up is working, and sign out is working. We just need to get the delete functionality working, and then we have a very scalable authentication system for our users. So Lovable said, I see the issue. The error occurs because we're trying to use Supabase auth admin delete user directly from the client side, which you can't do. So we're deleting this call, and now it says we shouldn't get an error. So I'm going to refresh this. I'm going to delete account, and it's still giving me an error. So we're going to show the logs. Okay. We're going to try to fix it again. So I think that this is being overcomplicated. I don't think that we need an edge function for this. I don't even think we have an edge function, so I'm not sure what Lovable is doing here. Let's try to figure this out. Hmm, okay. If this doesn't work, I'm going to tell it to take the edge function out because we really don't need all of that for this simple setup. So let's see. Okay, we're gonna log out for now just so we can make sure all the changes were properly implemented. We're gonna sign in to the test123 this time. .com. This password. Okay, there's another error. So I'm gonna tell Supabase we do not need a edge function for delete account. You're overcomplicating things. Please implement the delete account functionality in a simpler way. All we need to happen when the button is clicked is for the user to be deleted from the auth table and the profiles table. Nothing more, nothing less. Actually, I lied. And redirected to the landing page. Okay. So let's see how Lovable responds to this. It might say that I'm wrong, but I know for a fact I'm not. And I'll be, yeah. So you're absolutely right. I apologize for overcomplicating. Since the profiles table has a cascade delete rule, we can simply use RLS policies. That's what I was aiming to achieve. So you really don't need these complicated functions for you don't need these complicated functions for something as simple as just deleting a user. And whenever you do, you can kind of see um, when Lovable is doing this, because a lot of times these big LLMs will aim to implement some robust new solution, but we really don't need all of that. So I'm going to be back with you guys when this is fully done. Okay, so I signed out and I know for a fact this is going to work now because this is the proper solution, but now I'm going to show you the full flow from start to finish with signing up, signing in, signing out, and deleting accounts. So we're going to get started. Sign up. I'm going to say test@gmail.com. Okay, created account. If we go into this table, we have the email. If we go into here, we have the email. Okay. Now we're going to log out. When we try to access the dashboard page, we're brought to /auth, which is perfect. We're going to sign in. And now when we click delete account, it says that there's an error, but I'll explain to you in a second what the error is. The account is no longer here. It is perfectly deleted. To prove to you that it's deleted, I'm going to get started. I'm going to try to log in with the same credentials. Invalid login credentials, and that's going to spit up an error too. And yeah, we just built out a full working backend database flow in 15 minutes, and that was with me fixing all of these errors. Usually it's going to be more seamless than this, and you now have the knowledge to know that we don't need edge functions. We simply need row level security policy and a simple profiles table. So let me just explain to you before I get off here what this error was that came up when we tried to delete our account. So the error was having to do with logging out the user twice. So right here, you see we delete the account. It's trying to now log the user out after it deleted the account, and that's why we're getting an error. And as you can see in the logs, code is user not found. The JWT token doesn't exist, and that's because upon deletion, the account is automatically logged out. So this really isn't an error. If we tried to fix it, we would just say simply to not log out the user an additional time, and it would be perfect. So thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy I got to show you this today because you now have the knowledge and no excuses to not be able to build out a full backend system in 10, 15, even 20 minutes. You can get an app up and running now in literally one day. Set up the database, set up the core features with Cursor, and boom, you have an app that could maybe reach $1 million in annual recurring revenue. That's the goal. That's my hope with all of you guys watching this. Once again, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if anything was confusing, if you have any insights from this. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Peace.